Have you ever stopped to think that the words you speak can create your reality? What's more, they can be a blessing or a hindrance to your life and the lives of those around you. What you say, or fail to say, has more power than you realize. Maybe you've noticed how a kind word can change someone's day. But have you ever considered how a harsh word can hurt more deeply than any action? And what about the words you say to yourself in silence? Do they build you up or tear you down? In this video, we'll uncover the impact of words on your daily life, how they shape your energy, your relationships, and even your emotional and spiritual health. And most importantly, I'll show you how to redirect that power to build a more fulfilling life of peace and purpose. So stay with me until the end, because what I'm about to share could change the way you talk, the way you live, and even the way you feel. Your words have the power to change everything, and I'm here to show you how. Have you ever noticed how your words can reveal more than you think about what's inside of you? Every sentence that comes out of your mouth carries with it not only what you think, but also what you feel carry, and sometimes even hide from yourself. It's like your heart is a river, and your words are what flows out of it. Remember, the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. When there is peace in you, words sound soft, and even in the face of conflict, they bring calm. On the other hand, when there is restlessness, what we say can be harsh and even hurtful. And these wounds sometimes don't heal so quickly, either in ourselves or in others. That's why it's so important to pay attention to what we say, and even more importantly, why we say it. Think about how words affect the environment around you. If someone speaks in anger, it's not hard to feel the weight of that emotion. But when words of love are spoken, everything around them seems to light up. Our words have the power to create an atmosphere, and the people around us feel it. The question is, what kind of energy do you want to put out into the world? This also invites us to think about how we communicate with ourselves. What dialogues do you have internally? Are you encouraging or criticizing yourself? We are often our own worst judges. What you say to yourself shapes the way you see your own life. If we can bring love even to this inner dialogue, something great begins to happen. Understanding this is the first step to realizing the deeper impact of words. They go beyond sound, beyond voice. They are like seeds that germinate in both the speaker and the listener. And when you understand that, you start to think more about what you let come out of your mouth. If every word is a seed, then the question is, what are you cultivating by speaking? Everything you say has a power that goes beyond sound. Words are not just sounds or combinations of letters. They are energy in motion, emanating from what dwells within you. When we speak, we create waves that reverberate around us and touch those who hear us. Some words warm, others freeze. Some build, others destroy. Remember how a simple phrase, spoken at the right time, can be like a balm to those who are suffering. "I'm here for you" can turn tears into hope. Now imagine the opposite. How words spoken carelessly can weigh down an already weary heart. It's not the force of the sound that has an impact, but the intention and emotional state they carry. Your words, good or bad, have the ability to echo in someone's soul for a lifetime. Think of a child who constantly hears words of encouragement. "You can do it. I believe in you." These phrases build a foundation of confidence, even on difficult days. On the other hand, an adult who was constantly criticized as a child may still carry invisible wounds caused by harsh words spoken years ago. Isn't it amazing how something so small can have such a big impact? But there's something deeper. Your words not only affect others, they also shape your reality. When you say something with conviction, you set energy in motion, bringing to life that which is not yet visible. If you believe that things will always go wrong for me, your life will begin to reflect that belief. On the other hand, when you affirm with faith that there is a way and it will be opened, you align your thoughts and actions with that certainty. Therefore, it is essential that your words be consistent with what you wish to create. Every sentence you speak is like a construction in progress. And when you think about it, it becomes clear that words can be like bricks in a great building, built or destroyed based on the intention behind them. The next time you say something, Ask yourself, does this word bring light or shadow? When we understand this dynamic, we realize that the power of words goes far beyond what can be seen or heard. It begins within, where our intention originates, and only then does it manifest in the world. It's not a small choice, it's a powerful responsibility. What needs to be said doesn't always find its power in what we say. There are times when silence carries a greater weight, a wisdom that words cannot translate. But how do you know when it's time to shut up and let silence speak for itself? Imagine a conflict situation. Someone accuses you of something unjust, and everything inside you wants to respond, to argue, to defend your position. But there is power in not reacting impulsively. When we choose silence, we give space for the truth to reveal itself at the right time. It's like a calm lake. Without the waves of conflict, the reflection of reality appears more clearly. Silence is not absence, but conscious presence. It connects us to the stillness that exists within us and teaches us to listen beyond words. How often in a conversation are we so busy answering that we don't really listen? Silence is a pause that allows understanding to take place. No wonder moments of deep silence often bring clarity. There is also silence that heals. In situations of pain, we often think we need to find the right words to comfort. But a silent hug, a compassionate look, or even just being there without saying anything can be more powerful than any sentence. There are times when words fail, but presence speaks for itself. On the other hand, silence also helps us filter out what really needs to be said. How often have hasty words caused regret? When we take a step back and breathe before speaking, we find a point of balance. This pause prevents words from being used as weapons and allows us to speak wisely, not impulsively. Thus, silence is not a surrender or weakness, but a conscious choice to act purposefully. It prepares the ground so that when words are spoken, they have the right impact. In fact, knowing how to be silent is often the most powerful preparation for knowing what to say. Have you ever thought about how a simple word can change someone's day? Sometimes, without realizing it, what we say reaches places we can't see. A seemingly ordinary phrase can be the boost a person needs to keep going, or the weight that can bring them down. And the amazing thing is, we don't always realize it. Think back to a time when someone said something to you that brightened your day. Maybe it was an unexpected compliment or a word of encouragement. These moments are cherished because they touch something deep within us. Now think, how many times have you been that point of light in someone's life without even realizing it? On the other hand, there are words that hurt in a silent but lasting way. A harsh criticism spoken in a moment of anger can scar a person for years. "You can't do anything right" can become a constant voice in someone's head, shaping their actions and beliefs. What we say never completely disappears. It finds a home in the listener and grows there, for better or worse. Often the effect of our words goes beyond the moment. Imagine someone who is having a difficult day, carrying pain that you can't see. A kind word or gesture of attention might be just what they need to see a way out. It's like throwing a stone into a pond. The ripples created spread far beyond the point where the stone fell. This reminds us that we are not only responsible for what we say, but also for what we do not say. Sometimes simply remaining silent when we could offer comfort or support is a missed opportunity to change someone's life. Words can be valuable tools, but it is our intention that determines whether they are used to build or destroy. When we recognize this invisible impact, we begin to see every conversation, every encounter, as an opportunity to create something positive. This leads us to think not only about what we say, but also about the energy we put into our words. After all, it's those little seeds that can one day become trees of life or shade in the hearts of those who listen to us. Every word we speak is like a seed sown in the soil of the heart of the one who hears it. Some sprout quickly and bring forth flowers of joy and hope. Others, however, can sprout like weeds and smother good feelings. The question we should ask ourselves is, what seeds are we sowing in the world? For example, when you compliment someone by saying, "You have so much talent," you are planting a seed of confidence. That seed, watered with time and repetition, can grow into a lasting fruit of self-esteem in that person's life. Now consider the opposite. Cruel criticism, even if it's not meant to hurt, can become a bitter root that prevents someone from believing in themselves. The seeds of words also grow within us. Every time you speak to yourself with love and say, "I am capable, I am worthy," you strengthen your own essence. But words of self-criticism and discouragement, such as, "I can never do it," throw thorns into your own inner garden, making it difficult for your dreams and potential to flourish. And just as every soil responds differently to seeds, it's important to remember that not everyone receives words in the same way. What may seem insignificant to you can have a profound effect on someone who is emotionally vulnerable. That's why we need to cultivate care and awareness when we speak, like a farmer carefully selecting the best seeds for each plot. But the beauty of this process is that we can always replant. If at any point we sow bad seeds, words of anger, judgment, or carelessness, we also have the opportunity to sow new words of healing and love. By asking for forgiveness, by acknowledging a mistake, you can remove the weeds and plant something good in their place. Understanding that our words have the power to plant, water, and grow feelings and experiences leads us to think about the harvest we want to see in the world. And it inspires us to choose each seed we sow more carefully, knowing that they can create gardens of peace or fields of conflict. The good news is that just as words have the power to hurt, they also have the power to heal, transform, and build. No matter what you've said in the past, you can begin today to redirect your words to bring life, hope, and peace to those around you. But how can you do this in a practical and intentional way? The first step is to be mindful. Before you speak, ask yourself, will what I'm about to say build up or tear down? Will it bring joy or sorrow? Is it in keeping with the love I want to spread? This simple moment of reflection can prevent impulsive words from causing unnecessary harm. Another crucial point is to speak with intention. It's not just about avoiding the negative, but consciously choosing the positive. For example, instead of criticizing someone for a mistake, try to encourage the attempt and offer help to improve. Phrases like, "I believe in you," or "Let's work together to find a solution," can change the atmosphere of any situation. It's also important to remember the power of gratitude. When you express words of gratitude, whether for a simple gesture or a great accomplishment, you spread an energy of joy and connection. Gratitude has a multiplier effect. The good you see in another comes back to you in unexpected ways. Consider too the power of empathy in your words. When someone shares a difficulty, instead of offering advice or criticism, say something like, "I understand how difficult this must be for you." This shows that you are present and willing to listen, and often this simple statement can be more powerful than any solution. Finally, remember that even silence can be a way to redirect your words. In moments of conflict or confusion, choosing not to respond immediately can avoid confrontation and open space for a healthier, more productive conversation. By silencing the impulse, you pave the way for more effective and loving communication. By applying these principles, you begin to transform not only your words, but also the environments you frequent and the lives you touch. Each sentence spoken with positive intent becomes a small light that illuminates the world around you and invites others to do the same. When we choose to align our words with positive and true intentions, we open the door to transformation far beyond what we can imagine. This is not just about speaking better, but about living more fully and connected to what is good and true. Change begins with something so simple, but the impact is profound and long-lasting. By transforming the way you speak, you create new realities around you. Words of encouragement build confidence, both in yourself and in others. When you say to someone, "I believe in you," you are offering them something that can change the course of their life. It's as if a new opportunity to thrive is created just by the power of your voice. But the transformation doesn't stop there. Your words, when spoken with love and clarity, also begin to change the way you perceive the world. For example, a person who speaks of gratitude begins to see more reasons to be grateful. This creates a virtuous cycle in which language creates a richer and more satisfying experience of life. Another aspect is how these changes affect relationships. When you replace criticism with understanding and harsh words with empathetic gestures, your relationships become based on trust and respect. This doesn't mean that you should avoid conflict or always agree, but that even in those moments, your words can be used to build bridges, not walls. And the beauty of this journey is that it is ongoing. Every day is a new opportunity to refine your speech, to turn intentions into words and words into actions. As you grow in this understanding, you realize that your words are not only reflections of what you feel, but also tools for creating what you want. Thus, by speaking with love, you not only transform the other person, but also find a peace that dwells within you. The promise of this new life is not far away. It begins the moment you choose to use every word as an instrument of light and not of shadow. As you walk this path, you will discover that the power to transform the world has always been in your hands, or rather, in your mouth. The words you choose to carry are a reflection of what is within you. Every sentence, every silence, every expression is an opportunity to plant love, hope, and light in the world. The power to transform your life and touch the hearts of others is in your hands, or rather in your mouth. Today, I invite you to speak with purpose, sow with love, and reap the peace you so desire. The world needs your voice, but a voice that builds, that embraces, that heals. Never forget that what you proclaim to the world comes back to you with multiplied power. May your words be like rays of light, piercing shadows and illuminating paths. And may you discover in each word spoken with love the peace that dwells within you and the power to create a better world. Go forth and be light, for that is your true essence.